What's up, gamers? I tried to just edit down the very first podcast episode that I recorded, but it's way too long. I yapped for way too long. That shit was crazy, dude. I just would not shut up. So I did make it more tolerable, but it is still way longer than 15 minutes long. It's like 24 minutes or something. And I kind of like the slower pacing that it has at times. So, and I also don't want to edit it anymore. So let's just leave that as it is and I'll upload that when I verify my account. But thought I'd just hop on real quick, give an update. I have been drinking tea lately, and it was kind of gross at first, but then I was like, why is my English breakfast tea so gross and disgusting? And you're actually like supposed to add things to it, which I kind of knew. I did know that. I didn't just say why is my tea gross? I said like what should I add to this to make it not gross? Usually people add milk, and when I read that, I was like, "Oh my God, that makes complete sense because the it being like super watery is kind of disgusting and terrible. Because the taste is pretty good and all right, but it being so like smooth and just water, it just freaks me out. I just need a little tiny bit of viscosity. If it was a little bit thicker, that would be legendary. And so milk makes perfect sense. And it actually didn't even change the flavor that much. Or like at all even kinda. Like I just added a little tiny bit of milk and it made it so much better. And I've been drinking tea because like last year, it's been a whole year, my sister got me this tea kettle. Because I had mentioned that I drank tea when I worked at Wendy's. I was like, I like tea. But that's like the very filled with sugar, I think it's called like fused tea. I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, I would drink that because I'm like, maybe it's not great to drink soda every day, even though it's free. So sometimes I would get tea. Sometimes I would get water. Be a good boy, actually drink water for once. She got me that tea kettle and three things of tea. It was probably like in a bundle or something. I got English breakfast tea. I got this like strawberry and raspberry infusion thing. That shit is delicious, bro. Like, what do you mean? Literally, when I first read that, I was like, I need to try this. If I go my entire life without trying this, then I did not truly live. And I did try it. It's pretty freaking good. Tea is definitely something to get used to because it is still watery and strange. I don't know if adding milk to that one would be that great. But tea is like kind of gross, like just a little bit, which is kind of nice for me. I am a very strange and peculiar person. And so sometimes I like stuff because it is gross. It is like gross in a good way. I started drinking coffee, which is gross, and tea and whatnot. And there was something, I guess, dark chocolate. I guess that, well, I don't know. It's kind of gross. Like, let's be real here. Oh my God, this is what I was thinking of. There's something that like literally, objectively, this is gross and disgusting. And even me myself, I think it is gross. But drinking sparkling water, and I don't mean like a sparkling ice or whatever with like a bunch of sugar or whatever. I don't even know what's in those things. But just a regular like sparkling water, like a Spindrift or LaCroix or whatever, that shit tastes nasty. It is objectively disgusting. And I looked up why it's disgusting, and apparently when you put the CO2 in the water, when you carbonate it, it makes I don't, something carbonate. I don't remember what it's called, but basically it makes this thing that is gross. And then usually with like soda, you like just dump sugar and a whole bunch of other stuff in it, and that's why soda tastes good. Yeah, sparkling water is disgusting. I do enjoy drinking tea. It is very, I don't know why I'm going to try to explain this. I actually do not know how to explain anything at all. Like I've been getting really into watching um mythical, whatever that's called, like Good Mythical Morning, Mythical Kitchen, all that stuff. And in Mythical Kitchen and whatnot, and they're like professional chefs or whatever, but they will explain like the flavors of things. And I don't even know what any of that stuff means when people say stuff is like rich or when it is. I don't even when people say something is like really sweet, I don't even think my brain has like connected properly what those things taste like sweetness and stuff being rich or bitter or whatever. I'm just like, ew, this is kind of gross. This is kind of good. Me being the simpleton that I am, I don't have any vocabulary at all. And so that's how I describe things. I can describe something in an abstract way that's really accurate, but not in anything that any normal people will understand. Like if you've tasted something and then I say, this tastes like when you're walking in the snow next to a river and you um slip and fall on the ice. I don't know. Just some like weirdly specific scenario like that, then it'll be like a perfect description of what something tastes like. Yeah, I can't do anything normal, but something else I did want to say is that I've had this theory for a little bit now. And by a little bit, I mean literally it's been like a week. I've been thinking about this. So it hasn't been that long, but I've had this theory that I probably need to obtain new hobbies. I need to obtain new analog hobbies. Maybe I'll make a video about this. This could be like a video essay or something. I've never made a video essay. Maybe I'll do that. And what I mean by analog hobbies is like all my hobbies are something like making video games or making YouTube videos or like writing. It's like it's all on my computer or on my phone or like my PS5 or whatever. They're all digital, but I need analog hobbies, and this has kind of been proven right by me starting to drink tea. After a year of having that tea kettle, I kind of feel bad, honestly. But it is delicious. I guess drinking tea, I don't know if that like is a hobby. I guess I'm I don't know if that could be considered a hobby. There isn't like it's an electric kettle. I push start, it boils water, and then I get a cup and put a tea bag in it. Like I don't there isn't much of a process, but even having that little ritualistic process every morning of making myself a little cup of tea and then burning my mouth on it a few minutes later, it's pretty nice. I guess it's not a hobby, but it is something that is analog, something to do that is analog. Because usually I'm just in my room walking around. Sometimes I'll do stretches. I'm supposed to do them twice a day, but sometimes I'll do them once a day. I don't really get how much. I don't do anything at all, ever. I'm just always on my computer or on my phone or on my TV. And I've been wanting to get more analog hobbies because I've been wanting to start learning guitar again. Because I did take a guitar class way back in like high school, I think. Yeah, it was high school. And I don't really know how to play guitar anymore. I think I know like the first two chords we learned, which was like G and D, I think. I maybe kind of know those ones. Oh, maybe I also know C. So I do know the first three chords. Maybe. If I got it out, I could probably put my fingers there, like muscle memory and whatnot. But I've been wanting to do that because that's more of an analog hobby. And I've also been wanting to read more. And I feel like doom scrolling and whatnot all day isn't the greatest for your brain. And having these analog hobbies, it really sort of brings you back down to earth and really grounds you in the real world. It really makes existing feel like living, I guess. It makes real life feel real. So that's really cool. I don't even know what else I wanted to say. I just wanted to say, get more analog hobbies. It's very cool. I really enjoy making myself a cup of tea in the morning. It's very fun. And if I actually, for once, started reading, it would be cool. The problem with me is after I started making YouTube videos, I started being like, oh, every single thing I do could be for a YouTube video or for some kind of content. So that big oof for my mental health there. And I don't want to read books, partly because I'm kind of scared that I actually won't even like it anymore, but partly because I was like, oh, I could make this super cool YouTube series where I like read a book or watch a TV show or something and I create something inspired by that thing. Like I could make like a drawing, a piece of art, or I could make a YouTube video, I guess. I don't know, but use some sort of a medium that I know or maybe medium that I don't know to be inspired and create something in that medium. And so I was like, oh, I don't want to read these books because I could read them and then get inspired in that series. Or I could just actually read them and like enjoy the story and whatnot. And then probably become inspired anyway, and then try to create a bunch of stuff, and then not create a bunch of stuff. I've been semi creating a bunch of stuff. It's kind of unfortunate. I've been like writing lots of things. I've been like half making videos in DaVinci Resolve, and it's all really cool. I'm actually kind of not in my head a lot anymore because I used to be very in my head, very like, oh, I need to be productive all the time. I need to do this thing. I need to edit videos all day, stuff like that. And now I'm very this is gonna have to be edited down. I'm about to hit the 15-minute mark. God damn it. But real quick, this is the last thing I'll say. I'll say that, yeah, I've been really enjoying existing and living life just sort of freely, I guess. Just like existing, kind of watching YouTube a little bit. And part of it is because I've fallen out of interest in a lot of YouTube channels. So it's easy to be like, oh, I don't really want to watch any of these YouTube videos in my subscriptions feed. So I'll just go work on something, I guess. And then I end up like editing or writing something. I've been writing a lot lately, and it's actually been fun because I've said a few times in my gaming videos, like, oh, I write in my free time, which is kind of true, kind of not true. I like write a few sentences in my free time. But yeah, I've really been writing a lot I did try to write this book when I was like 16 years old, and I've gone back to those, and there's actually a lot of stuff that I still really like in those stories. So I've been kind of fleshing those out a bit more, making it actually like readable and not terrible. And I've been very like calm and just okay with like quote unquote wasting time, because before I'd be like, oh, I'm just laying on the floor, not even doing anything. I hate myself. And I'd always have to be like listening to music or a podcast or watching a YouTube video and also doing something on my phone or whatever. And I still kind of do those like insane multitasking things, but for the most part, I'm just wandering through life, bro. Just walking around, drinking water, writing my stupid book, making YouTube videos. It's very fun. My voice sounds shaky. It's just because I'm talking quietly, okay? Like, calm down, bro. Chill out. I'm not projecting, even though I should be. But I don't know how to do that. So, if this podcast happens to get more views than just me watching it a few times, I guess, I encourage you to, start drinking tea. But except the tea is like a metaphor for like getting an analog hobby, uh, just living life without hating yourself all the time. It's pretty fun actually. So I gotta end this and edit it and then upload it before Friday is over. So bye. Leave a comment, I guess.